My last video inspired me to try something different, so I have no idea where this is going, but it should be entertaining to say the least. So yeah, I'm going to try to create my own pattern out of thin air. So let's do this. Hello and welcome, this is Kevin, also known as AKAAWOL, and I'm feeling inspired after I finished that other video, the 106002, and how it had colors separated on either side, and I thought, you know what, I could probably make something pretty neat with that in mind. And I'm just going to kind of wing it here. I kind of feel like, yeah, if we sort of kept to that overall, you know, red on one side, green on the other, we could do something kind of neat. And then I'm thinking of adding in, like, so the black and white, just having, instead of having two blacks and one white, just having one black and one white. So that's, it's going to be a bit different, a little different than before. Of course, I'm using gray and yellow because if we actually use black and white, it makes it harder to change colors out if you want to try to put your own spin on it or whatever. So this is kind of the idea I have in my head. Oh, wait. So yeah, in the smaller diamonds, I was thinking it would have the white, and then in the bigger diamonds, we would alternate out the colors that we use. So something like this. I'm just kind of adding where the underlying string goes as we go along, just to sort of keep it interesting. Whoops. So yeah, I don't know how many diamonds we're going to get out of this, but again, I want to do the whole alternating thing again. I thought that was pretty neat. And I just want to show, like, you can have an idea, run with that idea, and end up with something different. I'm not sure where we're ending with this. I didn't count out the number of squares per se. So far, so good. Famous last words. Let's run this black up ahead and see. Ooh. Not exactly the finish I was hoping for, but okay. We'll work with it. Whoops. Hit the side of the box. All right, so again, because we're having it on different sides, I think what we will do is have the white come back in and close off that diamond, even though it's not exactly following how the rest of the pattern goes. It'll kind of look like we have just two of these diamonds at the end. I'm okay with that. That's not so bad. Okay. So we have all those connected, so now it's a case of choosing our colors. I'm going to go with the red again. Of course I am. And you can see that there are, this time, 4 strands of the color, not just 3, because we didn't use the extra black. So the reds basically do this, and the greens on the other side will do something rather similar. In fact, we're going to put those in here in just a moment. And you're going to see I'm going to do a neat trick. Because I kind of feel like when we do the flip, it's going to break up the whole alternating thing. Let's go ahead and do this. I was going to go ahead and get to the green. So, so yeah, the other pattern I was doing on the live stream on the 1st, I kind of think I'm going to, if there's time left over, I'll work on this one as well. So you can see, right, there's no conflictions here. The reds go through their way, the greens go through their way. You get to choose which of the 2 colors you want at any given point. So that makes things really super convenient for later on when we decide which one it is, if it's the green on the outside or the red on the outside. So yeah. And again, I'm checking to make sure there's always just 4 strings of the green, that I haven't somehow inadvertently taken over some spot for something else. Because that's, whoops. It's supposed to be just doing the underlying, not the over ones. Getting a little excited about where this is going. So yeah, not bad. And for just something that, like, seeing another pattern and thought, well, you know, we could do something different. This is kind of cool. For, again, I don't know. I kind of thought, wouldn't it be neat if? So. All right. And we're getting close to the end with the greens. That's good. And that's for that. Okay, and a little bit more red to do. And I just spotted a yellow that got missed, so take care of that before I make a mistake of some kind. See, even here we can see 1, 2, 3, 4, right? Like, it's just something to keep an eye on when you're designing bracelets, is to make sure that you're not changing up the string count. That's especially true on the, like, if you start getting into the really complex things, you're like trying to put a color in the middle of a center somewhere. but then it's that actual color didn't go anywhere near it. Like, that's potentially a hazard. So if you keep track of your string counts, keep track of what direction things are going in, yeah, it'll have it be a lot easier. Okay, so that's cool. We have 3 diamonds to fill in. So what we're gonna do, whoops, we got that unfixed. Down to the thing, copy, paste, flip vertically. Wow, it just landed perfectly lined up. That's awesome. Okay, so now from here we've got the red one, so let's just put the red out here. As you can see, all the knots are plausible, right? The red came this way, this one comes out, goes under, comes back, and this one just hits the corner. So now on the next one, we can put in the green. Likewise, it just comes this way, this one comes out, turns red, and this one just is a corner, this one goes out straight. So yeah, it's kind of easier this way to make sure that I'm going in the right sequence. And making quick work of it. And there, now they alternate every other one. And yeah, you get 3 green, you get 3 red. I couldn't ask for something better. So thanks for sticking with me. Hopefully you enjoyed this. Be sure to hit like and subscribe. And thanks to my Patreon supporters who make this possible. And once again, as always, don't get your strings in a bunch.